Well, wrapping the country, Grant Edwards, GM for PGG Rights and Wool. Grant, we'll start with the big topic du jour. We've covered it in great detail today, the free trade agreement between NZ and the EU. Are you one of the sectors popping the champagne or one who feel like you're at a funeral? What was in it for wool? Good afternoon.
Hi, Rose. No, we're not certainly popping the champagne. It doesn't appear that there is a lot in it for wool. I don't necessarily would say it's a funeral, but to give you an understanding on that, New Zealand exports around 90% of its wool overseas, 92 to be in fact, and the rest used internally. Of that goes overseas, 25 to 30% is exported to the EU. The key countries there are Italy, Germany and Lithuania. To my knowledge and my understanding, and talking to our export team here, there's no tariffs currently in place on greasy or scoured wool. So the wool that goes out of New Zealand as in the early stages, if you like, is either scoured, which is our washed wool, or goes out in the grease, so straight off the sheep largely. So there's no tariffs in place. So we're looking for a bit more detail. As you know, this agreement's only just come out. Not much detail from our perspective, or certainly from a wool perspective. Wool hasn't been mentioned, as we were talking about off here earlier, and it's difficult to see that there'll be any sort of upside at the moment from a pure wool perspective, given that that's happening.
I'm still reeling from the fact that Lithuania are one of our big wool buyers in the EU. How cool is that? Grant, now it's really timely that we catch up today, not only because we can cover off the FTA, but also you had your last sale of the season yesterday, a big offering, 20,000 bales. How did it go?
Just to touch on Lithuania, Ro, just quickly.
Please do.
It's surprising the amount of processing that's done in Lithuania. Our export arm here that runs as part of our business, we bring contracts right back direct to growers. A lot of that processing is actually done in Lithuania, so it is surprising. It's pretty cool, and we're happy to have those relationships with those overseas manufacturers, etc., to be able to do that. So there is quite a bit into Lithuania.
There you go.
So, but anyway, yes, we did have 20,000 bales on sale yesterday in the North and in the South Island. It is a big sale for us, and it didn't finish on a higher note as what we had hoped for. Being the last sale of the financial year, to be fair, there was a degree of past wools that were re-offered. Some of the quality, if you like, we're at the end of the season, so as we've talked about all year, there's a degree of yellowing wools and wools with VM. So some of the types weren't as great. So, it just didn't finish quite as high. In saying that, the pre-lamb wools that we're just about to hit, certainly there was the odd line of pre-lamb crossbred wools, and it was really encouraging to see the good demand for them.
Nice.
We're about to get into our fine wool season, and certainly in that merino space, looking very positive. Nice.
Your weekend, are you watching the All Blacks tomorrow night?
Oh, definitely. And I've actually got a nephew playing in the New Zealand under-20s that
they're
they
overseas.
kick off in Australia today against Fiji. So I've got that earmarked too, Rose, so there'll be quite a bit of rugby. No doubt Jamie's up. He'll be up north, will he?
Yeah, Peas and Tauranga. He'll be watching them tomorrow night. But Grant Edwards, GM for PGG Rights and Wool, thanks so much for your time today. Pass on our best wishes to your nephew as well.
Cheers, Rose. Thank you.